Starting. Welcome to today's session 143. It's all about managing the anxiety. Once again, I would like to welcome all the participants to the webinar of SNTTC. And we have our resource person with us today, Mrs. Pooja Arora. Ma'am is basically a MSc Biochemistry and B.Ed uh, teacher who is a passionate educator with experience of 24 years. And she is currently working at Udgam School for Children located in Ahmedabad. She is also the resource person of SNTTC. And without taking much more time of you all, let us start with the session. And the screen is all yours, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very
Good
much.
evening, sir. and Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. and ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for this good introduction. I welcome you all for this session. Okay, so without wasting much of time, I just start with the presentation with a question. Have you ever felt nervous for no clear reason? Teachers, I would appreciate if you just keep the camera on and be interactive in the session. For any reason, like you have felt nervous or like anxiety is there.
Yeah, madam, can I speak? Manoj here.
Yeah, surely, sir.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to all. Yes, sometimes we do feel nervous, but in the beginning, we feel that probably there might not be any reason. But then afterwards, maybe after some time, if we do some thinking, we come to know that yes, there could be maybe some deadlines to be met, or some work pending and all. So sometimes, yes, in the beginning it's for no clear reason, then afterwards probably we come to know the reason. That
Yes, sir. Absolutely true, sir. Yes, Rupa Devi ma'am, good evening. Shipra ma'am, can you share your thoughts on this?
Well, in my experience, I always feel anxious when there is some deadline to be met. So the reason is very obvious.
Okay. Fine.
But,
So
but I won't say the same for my students or even my own children. At times they feel anxious for no reason.
Okay, yes. So it happens that without any reason, sometimes we become anxious. Like I give my example only, I need to take the today's session and I'm feeling nervous whether everything will go all right or no. So there is no clear reason behind it, but still that in sort of anxiety is always there. So before diving into the topic, let us understand. My topic is managing anxiety, but before I dive into that, let us understand what is the meaning of anxiety and what are the various symptoms. Sir, next slide. Okay, so the topic for the day is managing anxiety. So the objective of today's session will be what is understanding anxiety, that what is actual meaning of anxiety, what are the types of anxiety, causes, and the practical solutions. What can we do to overcome that anxiety? Next slide, sir. Okay, so let us understand what is anxiety. So anxiety is a natural response to stress, which is characterized by feelings of worry, fear, apprehension, or unease about the future events. Yes, Archana ma'am, good evening. It often arises from the real or perceived threats and can manifest physically and emotionally. Okay, now here the question arises, what do you mean by the real threats? So real threats may include any loud noise coming from the surroundings. So the person will feel anxious that why the loud noise is there. Like if suddenly at night you see little bit noise around, so you feel really anxious about it. Similarly, the perceived threats. So the perceived threats, it might be due to the public speaking, fear of public speaking, or it may be meeting new people in the surroundings. So it is like many of the people, they fear, like they have the anxiety in speaking in public. Also, when many people gather, like in a social gathering, many people, they are not able to adjust socially, right? So this can be manifested in the form of physical and emotional situations. So the physical manifestation may include like increase of the heart rate, or you can see it in the form of a sweat or nausea. The feeling of nausea and dizziness will always be seen in them. And emotionally, you can say it would involve fear or nervousness. The voice cracking is there, like that they are not able to express properly. So that is the emotional manifestation. Now, this anxiety, it may be normal and helpful response to stress. It can become problematic when it is persistent, excessive, and interferes with the daily life. Okay, next slide, sir. Next slide, sir. Okay, now let us see what is why we are studying this anxiety, the importance of understanding anxiety. Can anyone read this slide?
Can I read, ma'am? Manoj here.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay. Importance of understanding anxiety. Understanding anxiety is crucial as it affects millions, impacting daily functioning and well-being. Recognizing its signs and triggers fosters better management strategies, helps reduce stigma, and promotes empathy, ultimately leading to improved mental health outcomes for individuals and various communities.
Okay. So let me take the example of this, that how when we recognize the signs and the triggers which foster the can foster the better management. So like a student who is having fear of mathematics, suppose he's not able, even in spite of working hard, he's not able to perform well in mathematics. So the teacher recognizes his anxiety, that why he's not able to perform. So if the teacher takes the child under the confidence that no, I'll be able to help him, help you, and meets the parents and does very like take certain steps to encourage the child. So this helps him to reduce the stigma, like that disgrace which that I'm not able to score well. So that can be overcome, and this will promote empathy, which leads to the mental well-being of the individual. I hope the example is clear. So if we recognize the signs at an early age, then it might be very, very helpful for the individual. Yes, sir. Next slide. Okay, so the next is the difference between anxiety and the normal stress. Usually we take that I'm having a lot of stress today, I'm having anxiety. So these are not synonymous, but there is a thin line between them. So anxiety differs from normal stress in its intensity and duration, while stress is typically a temporary response to a specific situation. Anxiety can persist beyond the triggering events, leading to excessive worry and functional impairment in the daily life. Understanding this distinction is crucial for the effective management. Like if we take, like I'm suffering from stress, I'm having a lot of stress. So once this is like intensity wise and the duration wise. So it will not last longer. Like if I am presenting something in the public. So right now I'm having the fear. So it is just a normal stress, which will go away once the situation is over. But the anxiety, it will be persistent. So it will be beyond the triggering event, and certain steps are to be taken in order to avoid for the effective management of this. Yes, sir. Next slide. So before we dive into the coping mechanisms, let us understand that what are the various types of anxieties. So first is the generalized anxiety disorder, which is commonly called GAD. So in this, there is a constant worry about daily things. Okay, that the individual constantly keeps on worrying like about very simple things. Can anyone give me the example of this GAD? Anyone? I think I have chosen the topics where all of you can participate. Madhu ma'am, can you try? Shirley ma'am? Okay, repeatedly thinking of something, but I want the example, like what worrying, constant worrying about simple things. Can you name that simple things? What can be that.
Ma'am, can I speak?
Uh,
Manoj here.
Anamika ma'am, can you try? Yes, Manoj sir. Okay, I
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
do this. Can I reach in time? Yes, this is again a common. Aparna ma'am, yes, you are true. Can I reach in time? So this is a simple worry. Then social interactions, it may be related to daily things like the health, like I should be physically fit. I should do my work on time. If anything is missing in the work, they will feel anxious. That why my work is, others have completed the work, why my work is lagging behind, where I am lagging behind, that I'm not able to finish the work on time. Yes, sir. Can you give me any other example? Manoj, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Generalized anxiety disorder, say like when you're going to school in the morning, have you forgotten your mobile? Have you
Yes,
forgotten
yes,
an important
absolutely
book?
true.
It happens with me. And then when I go
Okay.
halfway through, I realize that I've forgotten a book or maybe some file, then I have to go back and all that. It happens
Yes.
usually.
So yes, forgetting the mobile. So unnecessarily we get anxious. What if some messages comes? So that is the generalized anxiety. Next is the social anxiety, as the name suggests. It is the fear of social interaction. So here it includes the intense fear and avoidance of the social gatherings. Here it can lead to significant distress if not treated properly. So it affects the daily functioning of an individual. Can you give me an example for this? Fear of social interaction where the child or the individual can get affected? Anyone?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, yes, sure, sir.
So I always feel that if I'm going to a marriage or any sort of function,
Okay,
I cannot interact with people over there. I
okay.
become really cautious about myself, and definitely something will go wrong. I will spill something, or I'll speak some rubbish, or I'll throw myself into a situation wherein I'm unable to give an answer, such sort of things. Speaking
Yes,
about generalized anxiety disorders, also, Manoj sir, what he said is about the cell phone file and all. So recently, my mother has been on her vacation to Kerala for more than 1 month. So every day I used to be initially when I used to go to school as my mother was at home, I was not very much worried because I always felt even if I forgot turning off the geyser, she might turn off. Okay, as she is there, there is no problem. The refrigerator, अगर
yes,
open हो तो भी मम्मी close कर देंगे. Gas का problem कुछ नहीं है. But when she wasn't there, when I was alone at home, every day I used to lock my home. I used to check everything. And after going out, climbing the bike, I used to feel I have to check once again. You don't
okay.
believe I
So,
have done this for more than 1 month. There was no single day wherein I used to not come back and I used to
okay.
check. There was no
Yes, sir.
single day wherein I used to not come back and check the gas. At times, I felt very low also about it. Why am I losing confidence? Why am I not sure whether I have shut down the geyser, properly closed the refrigerator or turned off the gas or not? That's how it is. Yeah.
So thank you for sharing such good examples. Really, it happens with everyone's life that all this switching off the gas and all, locking the door twice, we check whether it has been locked or no. Thank you very much, sir, for this sharing the examples. Panic disorders. The third type of anxiety is panic disorders, where you have the sudden episodes of the intense fear. Okay, so here the physical symptoms may include the heart palpitations or the shortness of the breath and the dizziness. So here they live in the fear of the future attacks, that what will happen? Suddenly, what will happen to this if I do this? So they are in always a constant worry about it. So that is panic disorder. The other type of anxiety related disorders include specific phobia. So here the strong fear of specific objects or the situations. So this is very relatable. Can anyone tell me the examples of this? See here, whatever type of phobia I have shared, generalized, whether it is social or panic, you can see very thin line will be there among the all these types of the disorders. But they are very, very specific, and they at times they require the medical help also. Yes, specific phobia, strong fear of objects. Can anyone share this? This even I am sorry. Yes, lightning and thunder. Very good example, Shirley ma'am. Lightning and thunder. If you
I have a
turn,
phobia of heights.
okay, yes, sir. Even I suffer from. I was just about to give this that example. So the fear of heights. Then you can say the the fear of spiders or the insects. Even though if you just see that insect and you have the fear that it is going to pounce upon me, or like I have the fear of dogs also. Just I see the dogs and I just get very anxious that no, it is going to bite me. Even though it is at a far distance, it is going to bite me. So this happens. This is the anxiety specific phobia. Next slide, sir. Yes, fear of going bridge. The next is obsessive compulsive disorder, that is called OCD, which is characterized by the persistent intrusive thoughts and repetitive behavior. Can anyone share the example of OCD? This is most commonly seen in the children also.
Madam, can I speak? Manoj here.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, yes. Like you lock the door and then you go down and then you realize again, you come back and check if you have really locked it correctly or
Yes.
otherwise.
Like
check if-
sir also gave the
Yes.
same example, locking and checking the door again and again.
If you have switched off the gas and all that.
Yes. So that is not actually OCD, but this is very, very persistent. Like one or two times it finds that you are moving out and just checking it. But there are some individuals who keep on.
If I am not interrupting, I
repeating it.
believe it comes with mostly cleanliness.
Yes.
People
Yes.
are very much considerate about cleanliness. They
Yes.
want
So,
to, they can't even bear a small, what do we say, dust particle, in one particular place. Because I have a person whom I am dealing with at my school currently with this thing.
okay.
Okay, like regularly, it's like it should be so clean, that this and all, and it's really, like at times it's traumatic for us.
Yes, like a person who is fond of very cooking, and if he is cutting the vegetables, he will again wash the knife. Then if he is touching something, he will again wash the knife. So he will keep on doing the repetitive things. That is why it is called repetitive behavior, and it is persistent. So if it is like persistent for a longer period of time, then obviously the medical aid is required in this case. Then next is the post-traumatic stress disorder. That is called commonly
again and again,
PTSD.
washing the hand.
What? Hello.
Madam, again and again, washing the hand. Okay.
Yes, washing the hands again and again. Like if the after half an hour again, he will see whether the germs are there on his skin or no. So he'll keep on doing that repetitive behavior. That is why it is called OCD. And it is compulsory for that person to wash it. Otherwise, he will feel that the germs are moving on his body and he will feel discomfort. So he will behave in like very unusual manner if he is not washing his hands. So particularly, he is very like perfectionist, you can say, to some extent. Like they are the perfectionist people who do this repetitive behavior, even though it is not required. Next, we move on to the PTSD, that is post-traumatic stress disorder, mental health condition which is triggered by experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. So this also you can relate, like I'll give you one simple example. The father who is beating a child, and if he sees the blood coming out, so when he grows up, if he is like the friends are bullying him and if he sees the wound again, so he feels that trauma, he will go back to the same incidences and he'll start behaving in a in a mental way, or he's not able to behave in a very usual manner. So
there is also an Instagram video these days getting viral, wherein one bear, which was in circus for several years, in forest also, it's going around one same pole. It's it's circulating the same one tree, like the way it used to circulate around a pole in circus. So
Okay.
there is one, yeah. So it's after being released from the circus also, after going to forest also, it has selected one tree,
Yes.
and the way it used to circle in circus
Oh,
around a pole, it is going on. It's not stopping.
yes.
So
So
I
that
believe
is,
that is also a condition of
yes, that is
post-traumatic
a
stress disorder.
post-traumatic stress disorder. So if the same, that repetitive, whatever has happened in the childhood, like you must have seen the child is beaten very, very badly with by the parents. And when the childhood is very dark. And if he again comes back to the situation where the other child is beaten away, he will recall his own instances. So that is PTSD. Yes, witnessing the violent actions leaves a trauma. Yes, absolutely true, Beena ma'am. Next slide, sir. So this is all about the whatever we have seen, the other types of anxiety. Now let us understand that what are the causes of it, that why the anxiety is caused. So they can be broadly divided into two main factors. One is the psychological factors and other is the environmental factors. The psychological factors include the genetics and the family history. Can anyone give me the example for this? Genetics and family history.
Ma'am, for an example, if a child is raised in a middle
Ma'am,
class
your
family,
name?
Neelam Balla this side.
Yeah.
Suppose a child is raised in a middle class family and the child is again told that he should be cutting on the cost and he should be taking care of switching off lights and all these kind of things, what he learns throughout his practices. So as and when he will be growing up and he looks around, so he'll be into all those kind of practices. I think that is the genetic or maybe say family based.
Yes, yes. Very good example, ma'am. So it is likely that the child who has clinically witnessed chronically anxious and the worrisome mother, suppose the mother is very worrisome about very, very small things, then he will grow up with the same concept and he tries to model his own mother. The same behavior will be seen in his in the child also, which may result in threats in the future also. So that is genetic and the family history. So teachers, I can see that you are able to relate with the daily life situations. Thank you all for the participation. Then the personality traits. Personality traits. Now here I can divide this into two parts. One is the introvert. Okay, like some of the persons, like they have the personality of being introvert. They are not able to mix up easily in the group. So that is introvertness. They prefer being solitude and they avoid the social interactions and they feel really shy to move in a public. While the other condition, it is medical, which is known as the neuroticism. Now in this, the person is like really very much anxious about the things, and this is like you can say the schizophrenia. That is one of the example of neuroticism I can consider. Then life experiences. So depending upon the life experiences, the person may feel anxiety. Like you can say the giving exams. So whenever the exam is there, the hormonal changes are also there. Maybe there is an adrenaline rush due to which the person is having some like palpitations or the heartbeat increases. Also, he doesn't like being judged by anyone. So if he's moving in suppose a particular child has gone to some social gathering and he is insulted or any body shaming is there. And if same incident is being repeated, he will never like to visit that gathering. So he tries to stay away from this based on his bad experiences. So that is again one of the cause of anxiety. The next topic is the environmental factors. So environmental factors, we can consider the stressful events. So in this, exposure to the various loud noises, like I gave you the example before also, like if any marriage gathering is there, so that is very stressful. Some of the children, like some of the individuals, they don't like all this gatherings of and the loud noise of the music. So they try to avoid that situations. Then the substance abuse, again, this is, can anyone give me the example of any other stressful events which you have come across?
Excuse me once again, ma'am, Neelam this side. as I was just going through a reel whereon it was shown that a lady who's very tall and she's finding the other lady who is small but she is elegant. And that comparison later was creating a stress to that lady that how she is so elegant in spite of being very small in height. And later, once a lady is coming out of a mall and she's able to purchase very expensive goods, and the one
Yes.
ordinary girl who is passing through the lane, she looks at that girl and she is finding that girl is able to buy expensive goods, and she is taking stress of that, you know, social strata, the lady who was coming out of the mall, that she's bearing. But at the same time, the lady who is coming out of the mall, she is having that kind of comparison running in her mind, how that lady was looking so glowing in her skin.
Yes.
So this is what I had seen, and I observe and I could relate it with life, that stresses
Really.
that we create through comparison from our
Yes.
social life.
Yes, ma'am. So this is again, you can say this can be classified under the life experiences.
The recent Pahalgam attack was also very stressful to most
Yes.
of the
So
people
again, yes, sir.
because especially most of the people were thinking if there would be a war, especially among educators, what might be the condition. When there was an emergency in North, we were also thinking there might be something in South also. Like again, it might affect this particular season being admission season. How is it going to affect admissions? How is it going to affect, if there is a war, what's going to happen? All such sort of things. It was really stressful the last few 15 days or 20 days for most
Yes,
of the
sir.
people.
So that is again the loss of the jobs. Many people, they lost the job. So that is again a stressful event. So that can be classified under the environmental factors. Yes, stress for we all. Yes, Neelam ma'am, it is really true. Then the substance abuse. So can anyone give such example of substance abuse?
Taking drugs,
Yes, the
getting
drugs like
addicted
the
to
cocaine
drugs,
and all. So
alcohol,
it may,
Yes.
yes, taking drugs, alcohol, this may increase the anxiety in the children. So
Can
there
we
are certain
can we
stimulants.
even classify addiction, screen addiction, I mean mobile addiction under this particular substance abuse? Will that
Yes,
come
sir.
under?
See, sir, in that case, different factors are there. There are many different factors which are playing an important role, but it may be because of the like screen time is increasing. So that can come under the medical conditions also. So it may affect the mental health of the individual, that we can classify. Substance abuse here, particularly, we will be talking about the substances which are causing the anxiety in the individuals. So like the addiction of the coffee, you can say. So here a
Addiction of
particular
tea
substance
coffee.
is there which the child has to avoid it. Okay, so that is the substance abuse. So here the whatever stimulants are there, like the coffee or the drugs, it can heighten the anxiety, or sometimes there are suppressants also. Like it may result into depression also going into the individual. Yes, substance addiction, if coffee, tea and smoking, yes, Neelam ma'am, it is true. So that can be classified under substance abuse. Medical conditions, which include, it may be because of the thyroid problem. So because of the thyroid problem, the insomnia may arise, or it may be because of the asthma, the shortness of the breath may take place, or there may be chronic pain. So all these are the various medical conditions which may arise, which may cause anxiety in the individual. So let us come to the signs and the symptoms. So the first sign and the symptom is the overthinking and the constant worry. The individual keeps on, he tries to overthink and he's in a constant worry that what are the, like some or the other thing, he will keeps on worrying about certain things. Second is avoiding situations that make you anxious. Can anyone share the thoughts on this? Avoiding situations that can make you anxious. Hello.
Speaking, okay, sometimes speaking in front of a large crowd or students, for example, when they are asked to speak in front of a classroom,
Yes.
when I've seen students who are really very anxious and worried, so they avoid. They say, "No, I'll speak from my bench, from my place, rather than going and reading or
Yes. So
speaking
the
in front of
stage fear,
students."
you can say. Yes. Taking
Uh,
part in the stage shows. Yes. Really good example, sir. And iPhone,
Replace,
whoever is giving in
ma'am.
the chat. Yes, ma'am.
Replace of negative thoughts into positive thoughts and think about our strengths.
That will be the coping mechanism. You're avoiding situations that make you anxious. Like there are some students who are having the stage fear. Like I am not into public speaking, so I will avoid that situation. So this is one of the sign. Like he will withdraw from a particular situation which will make him anxious. So this is one of the sign you can say.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
I
as if
hope,
there
ma'am,
is
it is
a child
clear.
who is
Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I can hear you. Please speak.
hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, as if there is a child sitting in the class who is having phobia of being there in the people and to take his queries. So the child tries to avoid that situation, that when he is in the class in a group, he shall not be asking his questions as he's having a fear of being mocked at by other children. Maybe
Yes.
he's not that intelligent or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. So wherever he is feeling anxious, he will try to avoid that situation. Yes, not giving answers in fear of getting insulted. Yes, ma'am, absolutely true. Like there are some students who are very extrovert. They, even though the answer is wrong, they are ready to give. But here the child will withdraw from that situation. He will say the others will laugh at me. So he tries to avoid that situations. Then the next is the difficulty concentrating or sleeping and change eating habits. You must have seen some people like sometimes it happens with me also. Like if I am into thoughts, when I'm very anxious, I eat more. So there may be some change in the eating habits of the individual. If a child is acting naughty, is also a sign of anxiety. Yes, ma'am, it is true. Even sometimes it happens that some of the individuals, they don't like to eat. If they eat, they just puke. So that is again one of the cause of anxiety. One of the symptom of anxiety.
Excuse me,
Yes, it
ma'am.
is true.
Ma'am, sometime we are just some special food, our choices, but we don't want to eat in front of some people when we sitting with them.
Yes.
Just like this, somehow their choice is eating pasta, or just like some their choice is eating rice, but he cannot eat rice properly. So therefore, he avoid to eat there.
Yes,
That time.
ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It happens so. Yes, Neela, ma'am, you're absolutely correct. I could read your chat, but it disappeared. I'll just go through it. During exam, children eat either more or less, signaling the anxiety. Yes, ma'am, that is absolutely correct. Then feeling agitated, restless, or easily tired. So either they will oversleep or they will not sleep at all. So this is again the sign of anxiety. Then the physical symptoms can be manifested in the form of fast heartbeat, or it may be upset stomach, sweating, shaking, or headaches. So usual headaches, they don't know what is the reason of this headache, but they are able to experience it. It is nothing but the reason of anxiety. Any pointers to be added, teachers, in this? Yes, getting angry or very quiet. Like sometimes the child becomes really quiet because of he is not able to understand what is wrong with him. Yes, Anita, ma'am, it's correct. Any other point to be added in signs and symptoms? Okay, fine. So let us move ahead. Let us see how we can. So finally coming to the topic now, managing anxiety. How we can manage this anxiety. So the easiest way is deep breathing. Just take a slow, deep breaths to relax. Punita ma'am, this is nervous breakdown regarding this of the previous, I think of the previous topic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Punita ma'am, that is of
Examination.
the previous topic, the signs and symptoms. It may be nervous breakdown.
Exam
Yes,
blues.
iPhone,
Exam
there's
blues.
positive affirmations, walking and meditation. Yes, sir. So exercise, physical activity can improve the mood. So here you can see that because of the hormonal secretions, the dopamine will be released. So if you are in a happy mood, there will be dopamine release, due to which it will elevate your mood. So exercise will also help. Then mindfulness. So practice staying in the present moment. So like, yes, watering the plants, pranam can be done. So like Kapalbhati is there. Then you can say, what else? Which are the other pranams? Going on walk with the pets. Yes, doing the meditation, dhyan. Yes, Manisha ma'am, it is correct. Doing meditation, that will help. Kapalbhati is there. Then
Alom Vilom,
this
ma'am.
Brahmari pranam can be done. Various, yes. Tripti ma'am, yoga mudras can be done.
Ma'am, Alom Vilom.
Anulom Vilom, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that will also help. Definitely, it will help. So practice staying in the present moment. Don't think about, if you are anxious about the moment, I'll just let you know that how we can manage. There is one more technique in this. I'll just share it later. Then healthy habits, this is very, very important nowadays. Sleep well. So like the children are getting more anxious because of the screen time also. More screen time is there, because of which they are not able to sleep well. Eat healthy and limit the caffeine intake. This is again very, very important point. Like nowadays, the children are studying late night. So they, in between, they are having the coffee or so, just to have in order to stay awake. So this is because of that. They are not having the healthy habits, and the other day they feel more and more anxious if something goes wrong. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Staying awake till late night.
Ma'am, read the holy books. Those are just like worried about anything. So holy books give the new energy. There's
Sir, can you
new
repeat it? I'm not able to hear.
read the holy books.
Yes, reading holy
Scripture.
books. Very good point, sir. Reading holy books, that will also definitely help in managing the anxiety. Then again, one more way is, yes, sometimes crumbling papers or doodling will also help. Yes. Talk to someone.
Ma'am, playing with kids also, it will be helpful.
Yes, playing with the kids also to some extent helps in managing anxiety. Like this is again, it will be covered under mindfulness. Like you are living in the present moment. So you feel more and more happy about it. Then talk to someone, like you need some friends, go for an outing during the weekends, family members or counselors. If anything is there which is troubling inside, if in your mind, then just share with your friends. So that will be able to release you from the anxiety. Does each person experience anxiety or everyone? Definitely, I'll take up the questions later, ma'am. I'll just see the chat. Let me just finish up. Anxiety at a higher rate may lead to cases like the anxiety disorders. It can be managed through the therapy. So if it is treated at an early age, then it can be treated. Otherwise, long-term, in fact, long-term management of the medical help is also required. Next slide, sir. Yes, we move on to the coping techniques, that how we can cope up with the anxiety. So practice gratitude by noting positive things daily. Like you have to be very, very positive that no, even if you are moving to the negative thoughts, just try to stay positive and note down what good things you have done. Like if you have given 10 rupees to a beggar, just note it down and you will really feel happy about it. So just practicing gratitude also helps. Then break big task into smaller manageable steps. Like there are certain individuals who set very big goals and they take big tasks and they think that no, it has to be completed by me, and they feel very anxious about it. So instead of taking a big task, just divide it and enjoy the success of completion of one step. So this way it will, all the steps will be able to, you'll be able to manage and there will be no anxiety. Like if the homework is given, maths work is there, particularly I'll relate to maths. Like instead of completing whole exercises together, just do the homework in parts. And the parents also can help in this way. So the parents should have the appreciation to give the appreciation to the child, that if the child is weak in maths and he has done something, then that little bit task also should be appreciated. Then keep a journal to express the thoughts and the feelings. So this again, it is very, very helpful that journaling your thoughts. So whatever feelings, so sometimes when you are anxious, sometimes I get very, very angry. I practice that habit. Whatever rubbish things I need to write, I just put it in a piece of paper and I just burn that paper. So sometimes journaling also helps, and this way also, like you can apply the technique. Definitely it works. Then use visualization. Imagine a peaceful place. So just imagine that you are having a peaceful, scenic, beautiful place you are moving, and there you are enjoying with your friends. So just have that visualization sitting in a calm place. That also helps to cope up with the anxieties. And additionally, connecting with the others, focusing on self-care. Like you should have the me time. Like always giving 15-20 minutes as a me time. That is, you should not, nobody should be there to disturb you. Think about where you are going wrong. Think about the various instances or the various happenings that you had during the day. So that self-care is also required. And challenging the negative thoughts can contribute to long-term anxiety management. So again, alone you cannot do, but it can be done with the help of your teachers or mentors, or even the counselors can also help. So can you play this video? This is called 5-4-3-2-1 technique, which helps in coping the anxiety. Sir, can you play it?
Try the 5-4. Racing thoughts can be overwhelming, but you can calm them down. Try the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This helps ground you in the present moment, pulling your focus away from anxious thoughts. You can also try deep, slow breathing or gently repeating a calming phrase. Simple actions can quiet an overactive mind.
So this is all. So this is 5-4-3-2-1 technique. So it means you are just trying to withdraw away from this anxious thoughts. So when you try to just see the things around, you try to smell, you try to just watch the things. So that is again very, very useful. Next slide, sir. Now, the next is when to seek help. Like there are to some extent, anxiety can be treated with the help of counselors at a very primary level, but sometimes we need to seek help of the others. So first is when the anxiety affects the school, social life, or everyday activities. Like if a child is working very hard and he feels that he's not able to score well, so he can seek help from the teachers or from the mentors that where I am going wrong. So there is no harm in that. Then feeling overwhelmed despite the trying coping strategies. Like still the child is feeling anxious, that why he is not able to perform well in the class. So again, in this, some medical treatment is also required. That will also solve the purpose. Then talk to the counselors or the therapist. Getting help is a sign of strength and not the weakness. So there are, like you must have seen in the school also, if the child visits the counselor, the other children, they laugh at him. So they just poke fun at him, saying that, okay, you are going to the counselor. So in fact, this is a good sign. It is not a weakness. And that has to be explained to the other children also. So if you experience panic attacks, suicidal thoughts, or the other mental health concerns, along with anxiety, it's crucial to seek immediate help. Anything to share in this? Any other way, teachers, by which you can do? Even I would like to know. Because all these things, whatever I have written, this is very general. We are doing that regularly. We are practicing in our day-to-day lives also. Any other thing?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
if you are at a designated place, then if you are overburdened, you can delegate the task to your subordinates and make them responsible for doing little
Yes, ma'am.
jobs
So
to help
collaboration. You can say you can collaborate with the other teachers so that the work can be done. Yes, very nice. Work can be done properly without being overburdened.
Yeah.
Yes, facing your fear is also important. It may reduce anxiety to a certain extent. Yes, it may be other way also. iPhone, whosoever is there, really good thought. Sometimes एक मैं छोटा सा कहना चाहूंगी, डर के आगे जीत है. So if you just try to overcome that stress, sometimes you feel if you just overcome, you may enjoy the fruits of the success also. Next slide, sir. So finally, I conclude by saying anxiety is normal, but it can be managed. Understanding your triggers and using the strategies may help. Yes, Anita ma'am, by keen observation of the children, that will also help. Definitely, it will help. You are not alone, so reach out when the help is needed. And never feel inferior in sharing your problems with the close one. This is again very, very important, which usually the teens avoid. They don't like to share the problems thinking that nobody will be there to help them. But in fact, if they reach out, definitely something can work. Yes, you're not alone. Next slide, sir. Yes, voice your concern. So I'll just play a short, 2 shots are there that you'll enjoy.
मुझे कुछ नहीं कहना चाहिए था. Shouldn't have said anything.
No. You should have. It's really good. You said what you said. Really. तुमने अपनी मुश्किल फीलिंग्स को कोई उल्टे सीधे बिहेवियर से नहीं, बल्कि समझदारी से, साफ लफ्जों में कहा. अगर नहीं कहती तो शायद फिर से अंदर ही अंदर ये सारी बातें दबा कर रखती हूँ. And we don't want that. No.
So this is the second video also, sir. This is the final
जिंदगी एक
conclusion of this video.
जिगसॉ पजल की तरह है. You know, वो पजल जब हम बचपन में खेलते थे, तो मेरे जैसे लोग उस पजल के खोए हुए टुकड़े, पीसेस, सिर्फ ढूंढने और जोड़ने में मदद कर सकते हैं. But only you can complete the puzzle.
I hope you like the videos. This is very relatable in our day-to-day life. So I have selected this. Personally, I just enjoy this.
जिंदगी
Next slide, sir. So according to Arthur Ashe, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. So this is my closing suggestion to everyone. Managing anxiety isn't about perfection. It's about progress. As teachers, you're already making a difference for others and also for yourselves. Thank you so much. So I open the ground for the question now. Now let us discuss whatever doubts you have, you can ask. I can see too many things. बहुत अच्छी जानकारी. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was informative. Thank you. Effortlessly effective session. So thank you so much.
Before we go to the Q&A, I would like to just share the link of our webinar group here in the chat box. So those who are not into our webinar group can join it, because we will be giving our day-to-day updates about the upcoming webinars in the webinar group. So yes. And now it's time for Q&A. Is there anyone who would like to ask a question? We would feel elated, to answer your queries. Those who have queries can come forward.
Somebody wrote about that schizophrenia. I missed that chat. I'm going deep into that. It is not neurosis, but it is psychosis. Ma'am, I think I have, this is again a neurological disorder only. Vinci ma'am, can you just share your thoughts on this? I would also like to have some insight about it. Vinci ma'am, are you there?
Okay. We would really appreciate if someone can come forward and give your feedback, valuable feedback to the resource person. Anyone? Punita ma'am, please.
Punita ma'am is always there for everyone. I just enjoy when she speaks.
Ma'am, very well explained all the points. And we can relate this with our, whenever we feel anxiety in the our day-to-day life?
Ma'am, I could
I
take
think
this
I-
topic because I am only nervous. I am having a lot of stage fear, ma'am. So I could relate it to myself only, all these points.
but it is never. I could never guess, or it was not apparent from your delivery that
Thank
you
you,
were
thank you,
nervous.
ma'am.
You were
It was
quite
my first
confident and
presentation
well.
publicly.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
let's go to Shipra ma'am. Shipra ma'am, can you please give your feedback to the resource person? Okay, Manoj sir, may I request you to give your feedback?
Yes, Ravi sir. Yes, ma'am. Session was good. In fact, I was able to relate to this because prior to, like, when I became a teacher in 2023, I saw that there was a teacher with me who tried this thing, that when she came into the class and when the student was too noisy, she used to take a quick 5-minute meditation session for the students. And this clicked me that yes, I can do something like this. And whenever I find time, suppose if I'm going through to when I have two periods clubbed together, I always make sure that I make all the children sit quietly for 5 minutes. I too do the same. We have a quick 5-minute meditation session, and then we begin class. And then I've seen that if such a thing, whenever I take such a session, the class goes on smoothly. I feel really nice about teaching. I am able to complete whatever I want to, and even the students are able to grasp whatever I teach. So that is really a very nice thing. Due to some reason, I had to stop it because of pressure of syllabus completion. But now, going through this session, I think that yes, this is something that I should start all over again, and I'm going to make sure that I will conduct it in almost whenever I can in periods that I take.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you, sir. Neelam ma'am, we would request you to kindly share your feedback. Neelam Bhallal.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I
Yes.
found this was a wonderful session whereon, ma'am, you have delivered the content in a very beautiful manner. And each word that you had depicted here in your presentation and the way you have expressed it, we could relate it with our day-to-day life. And that is, I think, much more important once we are able to have the relatability, and it is going to make us improve on the things that we are overlooking and which we are not able to even, like I must say, we are not able to even pay a heed to them. So presently, through this session, I could understand how much
Thank you, Neelam ma'am.
Yes. So I believe indeed it was a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work, Pooja ma'am. We wish
Thank
to
you.
have several such more sessions from you. Once again, dear participants, I am sharing the link of the webinar group. You people can join to stay informed about the session. Now comes the question of how to get the certificate. As you all know, the platform of SNTTC is always open for people worldwide to join the sessions. However, if you want a certificate for the session that you have attended, for that you need to do the payment. So yes, for a certificate you need to pay rupees 50 towards the number 9908925730. I have written it in the chat box. 9908925730. You need to pay rupees 50 to this number. You can use GPay, PhonePe, or Paytm. And after the payment, kindly send the screenshot of the payment along with your complete name as you want on your certificate. Kindly listen to me carefully. The certificate will be generated by tomorrow morning, maximum tomorrow evening. So 24 hours is the time which we give to send you the certificate. Okay, maximum it will be coming by tomorrow evening, the same time. In most of the cases, it will be done in the morning itself. That's how it is. Now there is a question, is this certificate considered by CBSE in the in-house training? So as per CBSE, we need to complete 50 hours of training. In that, the first 25 hours is mandatorily CBSE training. The rest of the 25 hours is the in-house trainings that are to be conducted by the schools. Now, teachers who are taking trainings in-house, they can produce those certificates. People who are attending these private sessions, they can present it to their principal and ask them to consider it as a in-house, training certificate. That's how it is. And now, coming back to certificate thing is done. Now, one more thing which we would like to share is we have something called as annual membership. So the people who take up annual membership, they will be getting again and again, instead of paying 50 rupees, once you pay the amount of annual membership, you will be directly getting the access to get the certificates after each and every session. That's how it is. So I believe we all have had a wonderful time today listening to Pooja ma'am about managing the anxiety. Let us all meet tomorrow again in the upcoming session. So wait till tomorrow morning to know what's the session that we are going to have. Now, screenshot. So you have to send a screenshot to the same number. You have to send a screenshot to the same phone number which I have shared after the payment. That's how it is. Thank you all. Good evening. Thank you, Pooja ma'am. And lots of appreciations from the end of SNTTC for a wonderful session.
Thank you for giving me this platform, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.